Did I hook up with Benson Boone's manager? Oh no. Greg? I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk. Welcome to Miss Thing.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim, and this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing's storied career and do what we're most skilled at, which is make it all about us.
Last night, we saw an incredible concert.
Yeah, a truly, genuinely exciting concert to be at, and that was Jade at the Hollywood Palladium. It had been upgraded from the Wiltern.
It is, which, for the non-Los Angelinos, is, going from, a 2,000-seat venue to a 4,000-seat venue. I'm just parroting Greg, because Greg apparently knows the seat sizes of all of the venues very confidently.
No, I'm I'm throwing out numbers without any
and
I'm
believing it without any research.
Yeah. No research, just all figures, no research.
But it was so exciting to, it's been the concerts I've been going to recently, I realized, is the big mama jamas of just the Taylor Swifts, the Beyoncés, the huge stadiums or arenas that it felt so nice to go. It was her very first Los Angeles show ever.
She's a solo artist. I'm sure Little Mix has played here.
I don't know if Little Mix, I don't know. Tell us, Gennifertias, if Little Mix has ever done LA. I don't feel like they famously ever did do a North American tour. But maybe, let us know in the comments.
Let us know. I'm sure you will.
I was going to say it was so nice to see, a beginner, not that she's a beginner, but, to see someone who, doesn't have millions of dollars and, was, being very, creative and crafty with, the budget that she has. It felt, and she was so exciting and excited to be there.
Yeah. Well, also, I think really you could see the, girl group training in her, too, because she was giving it all. She was giving you choreography. Yeah. She was giving you showmanship, which I know a thing or two about.
Yep.
She was giving you tutu around the waist.
She was
giving
sort of
you
billowing. Avatar villain. Yeah,
she was. She
red
did have
forehead makeup.
I saw. Okay, so and we had friends there, and they were wondering if she was wearing a red headband because she did have sort of a red stripe across her head. It was makeup, and it actually looked really good up close. It was quite art pop x Avatar. Fire and Ash.
Well, and we were in the balcony. We didn't realize this, but we were next to all we were next to Cat's Eye. We all love to Cat's Eye. We did not know what the girls look like.
Sure.
We will. I'm sure we'll do them as Miss Thing in 2 weeks.
We love Cat's Eye. It's just I couldn't necessarily pick them out of a crowd.
And I remember I heard someone say, and I didn't know at the time, they were that's Lara Blah or whatever. And doubt her name is Laura, but it was
Lara
something
Blah.
where I was what does that mean? And then I was I mean, in this day and age that we're expected to know the 7 different women of Cat's Eye.
No. Again,
I don't have the time.
And you know, we have not watched the show. We've talked about it on the podcast. We know we're supposed to. I think that's what that show, Popstar Academy, is about. That we have been told by multiple people to watch, and we will get to. We will get to it,
Jennifer. That's what Adela got.
Booted from.
Wow.
So yes, a star was born in so many ways last night. We were randomly around so many producers and music industry people. All eyes were on our section.
Yeah,
it did feel like music's second biggest night. You know, it was the night after the Grammys, but I mean, the first music's first most biggest night was the night that we went to our Grammys party on Thursday.
Oh my God!
Which we needed to quickly bring to the podcast.
About that.
The Gennifertias who follow us on Instagram.
Oh my God!
Which, if you don't, be sure to follow us on Instagram. But we were invited by a fabulous Gennifertia named Jason to the Warner Music Grammy Party.
Jason, we love you. You are literally
Miss Thing, Diva Rising. Just you are major.
Stunning.
Oh my God.
Definition of cool. But anyways, Jason invited us to this pre-Grammy party event for like Warner Music. And I famously was not believing Greg. I thought that was like, what is this? Like, what are we going to?
Right.
And then it turned out to be a big deal.
No, a full big deal.
Yeah.
Jason whisked us to the red carpet. It was my first step and repeat.
Same.
We did it together.
Of course,
the Gennifertias know, who watch us on YouTube. And if you are not watching, you're only getting half the story.
Yeah.
So follow us on YouTube. I wore my favorite brand, brand loyalty, Kirkland. On the red carpet. Tim got a fabulous new jacket.
Greg, we went shopping together, and I was actually very excited and and I think everyone can relate to this, which is we went vintage shopping. I found a leather jacket that I fell in love with, fit me perfectly, was only $60.
Truly, and unbelievable coat. It fit like a glove. It was his body glove.
At the time, we had not settled on. We were like, are we going to go dress up? Are we going to be cool cash? What?
Yeah.
And so at that time, I was thinking we were going to go more fancy. And so then I was like, I'm going to wait and not buy the $60 jacket because we might be buying like nice suits or something.
Right.
And then we decided to do the cool cash look. And so I went back there not even less than 2 days later, it was gone. And this was like, I'm not kidding you. There was like 40 leather jackets to pick from at this place, and the only one that was gone, I was fucking devastated.
Was the
it was
one
the worst
that
day of
you
my
tried
life.
on. Yeah. They're the only. We both tried on one thing.
Yeah.
We each tried on one thing. When we went back 2 days later,
gone. I just my favorite part of the night, which is also it's going to be a teaser for our Miss Thing because there's an observation about our Miss Thing that I'm going to make, but also what Jason very like. Sweetly like was kind of guiding us through the step and repeat and the red carpet and the beginning stages of this party.
Right.
And all of a sudden he's being very sweet and complimentary. He's introducing us to these people we've never met before.
Sure.
Immediately the guy who I'm talking to is like, we know each other. And he says it so confidently. And I'm like, oh. And he goes, don't do that. Do not do that.
Don't do that.
And it was like insinuating. He's like, you know who I am. Don't pretend. Like, don't be all Hollywood. And I was like, did we hook up? Is that why you're taking this so personally?
No.
And I'm like, I've never seen your face before. I've never heard your voice before. There is nothing about. I am 100% confident we've never met before.
Right.
And then Jason is like, now you have to do the red carpet. So then we're going on the red carpet. Then you literally pull me aside at the exact moment, and you're like, did you just see who was in front of us? And it was Benson Boone.
Yeah.
And then
you missed it.
I missed it because what we ended up finding out was that man who was accosting me was Benson Boone's manager. So I'm in a feud with Benson Boone's manager.
Yeah. And of course.
No, I don't want to be a part of it, but he is so mad at me for not remembering. And I'm like, Benson Boone's manager, I have never met you, but all love and light.
And you are
come on the pod.
Come on the pod. We will hash it out, and you are more than welcome to also represent us because you are doing incredible work with Benson.
I think I've ruined that for us. I think I've ruined that opportunity, but it was nice because it was very overwhelming to be on that red carpet. And the entire time, if you look back at that video that we posted, you might be able to tell that what I'm thinking in that moment is, did I hook up with Benson Boone's manager?
Yeah.
And I now, with all certainty, can say I have never hooked up with Benson Boone's manager.
It's written all over your face. Yeah. Speaking of a great pop star, or at least someone who sings.
Okay, I'm nervous.
A friend and former guest on the podcast, Mono, I saw him recently, and he had a question that stopped me dead in my tracks.
Okay.
And he actually, he not only encouraged, but he requested that this come on the pod.
Okay.
Why is Amanda Seyfried singing on every talk show? Are her people putting her up to it, or do you think she's going rogue?
Absolutely, she's doing it on purpose. I think she wants to be in every movie musical available. / like she's maybe going the Kate Hudson route and like is gonna have a pop star career late in life.
Oh,
and so I think that she's just trying to make it known that like. She's also, the interviews I've seen, she keeps talking about how mortified she was about Les Mis' vocal performance.
Oh, sure.
And so she's like, I want you to know that I can sing better than I did like 15 years ago. And she really hasn't had that. I never saw Ann Lee. You said that it was good?
Well, she was good in it. It's a very, I don't know if I could recommend it to everyone. It is a slow movie. I'm not gonna lie. It was good, and I think her performance was great. I think I didn't hear her say that.
Yeah,
I know. I personally, I think she has a lovely voice. I have found the vibrato in the past to be a little fast, and that's fine. Every voice is different, and AVAB, all voices are beautiful.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I think she's gone rogue. I think she goes into meetings with her representatives and she starts singing at them various songs. And she sort of looks at them, waiting for them to say, Amanda, that sounds good. And it does sound good.
Do you know why I'm laughing right now?
Why?
Because it reminds me of someone. I'm gonna say it's sort of as you were describing that last 30 seconds, I was like, this sounds very familiar to me, and it might be the person I'm staring directly at.
No, listen, this is why I love it. I relate to it. I appreciate the hustle.
You would force Kelly Clarkson to do a duet with you.
Right, and Kelly is like, I guess I will sing. I guess we're doing this.
The crazy thing, which everyone go watch that clip of Amanda and her singing, is Kelly is only giving 10%, and it's still stunning what Kelly can, like, she can harmonize with whoever.
Yeah, and Amanda is not only giving 100, she's giving the other 90 that Kelly, she's giving a 190. Yeah. She's giving the 90% that Kelly's not giving of Kelly's. And it's great. It is great. It's been a viral moment. It's been beautiful. And listen, I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate wanting to be in every single musical. And I do think she's trying to be like, well,
you should have cast me.
If you cast me in Wicked, I would have been nominated. Well, I think that's what she's trying to say.
I don't think that.
No, Amanda is definitely a Miss Thing. I'm a huge fan of hers, but I was wondering. I did need to ask the question because it did stop me dead in the tracks. Yeah. And also, I was just like, I really see myself in that.
And Testament of Ann Lee is a movie that, like, I'm 100% believe without a doubt in my mind that I will watch that movie and know that I will never watch it.
I'm so glad I went and saw it in theaters. Because otherwise I would have turned it off probably early. It's fine. Yeah. It's pretty.
Well, you said, I don't know if I can say that.
Oh,
you did say, I believe you texted me right after you saw it. You said, I think I'm too old for art house movies. I think that was your text to me.
I said I'm too old to see art house movies anymore. Listen, I get it. I love a pretentious film as much as the next person. Yeah. But I simply don't have the hours in my life anymore to just really sit there and be like,
well, especially like when your life is an art house movie. You know what I mean? Because technically an art house movie is just like slice of life. Yeah. It's just like watching the paint dry on a window and it's beautiful. Right. And you're like, well, I've redone 2 houses. I know what that looks like.
Of course.
If I wanted to go to the movies to see Amanda Seyfried watch paint dry, I could just look at myself.
Exactly. You're so right. Yeah. And with that, I think it's time to get into DONMOMSOS, a.k.a. Doll of the Day. What the fuck?
I started to say Doll of the Night.
Okay. DONMOMSOS. Yeah, exactly. Should we do DONMOMSOS? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do it today. We're doing DONMOMSOS. AKA Doll of the Night, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with.
Yes. Actually, my girl is a Doll of the Night.
Oh, sure.
Which is, I'm going to jump right into mine.
Please.
So who I am currently obsessed with is, the other day, I went for a walk with a friend. Actually, our next guest, in a few weeks, we were going to have a guest.
Okay.
And I was on a walk with this guest throughout my local neighborhood. I'm not going to dox where.
Okay.
Went on a walk. We were walking for hours.
But if you find blood on a spike in the neighborhood, you know where that Tim lives here.
Yeah, don't come near me. Yeah. And so, anyways, I get into my car a couple hours later, and I noticed that, like, my shorts felt lighter. Didn't think anything about it. Then I get into my don't think about it. Then
Your shorts felt lighter. Exactly. I was thinking heavier. Okay,
no,
but okay.
Then I get into my apartment and I see that I have a new email. It's a Saturday. I check the email. I'm like, who's emailing you on a Saturday? And it is from my DONMOMSOS, which is her name. I don't know her last name, but Vanessa. Okay. Vanessa
Hudgens.
You. And she had emailed me and said that she has my wallet. My wallet fell out of my shorts on this walk, and this angel
How
from
short were
heaven.
your shorts?
The thing is, they were kind of baggy.
I feel like actually
they were baggy.
You kind of give long shorts.
Well, no, but I need tighter shorts, you guys. But all gays need tighter shorts, really.
No, you're so shorts on the pod, hole out, famously.
Well, it's just because my legs are bent, and so it gives the illusion of hole out. But really, if I were to stand, like the shorts are longer than they appear. You know? Okay. And I actually would like shorter shorts. And also, if any brand would like to... I've been at the gym recently, and I've been jealous of all these straight men. And I was like, as a gay man, I should have shorter shorts than the straight men at this gym.
The shorter the shorts, the straighter the man these days.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I know. Or it's
unfortunately,
like gays,
it works.
But then there's some gays who try to defy the laws of physics, and then they are full hole out. And so sure they're wearing like softies, whatever. You know what I mean? Like those what the girls used to wear in junior high.
Oh, like Umbros, like with the cut.
Know. I remember my sister would call them softies.
I don't know what that is. I'm like, I know that is kind of like a similar name to a restaurant. Los Angeles. It's popular.
Whatever, but really short, like what the girls wear for volleyball. That's like not spandex. Back in the day.
Don't know anything about that.
And these boys, I'm like, it is. There's no... I mean, it's... people at the gym, let me just say.
You're all weird.
Well, everyone at the gym is so comfortable showing every crevice and definition of every part of your body. And listen, I'm not here to body shame. I think it is great. But sometimes it's distracting. Sometimes it's like I'm just trying to lift this above my head. Right. And I can see the full outline of every part of your genitalia. Listen, beautiful.
Yeah.
All bodies are beautiful.
ABAB. Yeah. All bodies are beautiful.
Sometimes I'm sort of like, put that away. Yeah. So that I don't drop this over my head.
Yeah. First of all, put your weights away. Yeah. Re-rack your weights.
Whichever way, and if that's what you're calling them these days, that's great.
Yeah. Then second of all, put your balls away. Yeah. Okay, hun? I don't need to see it.
Tuck them. Yeah.
Thank you.
But anyways, back to Vanessa.
Oh, Hudgens.
Okay. So Vanessa Hudgens. So she texted me this, and then I was like, what an angel.
From heaven above.
From heaven to... I didn't even realize that I had missed my wallet. You had... Sleuth that you are. Yeah. How did you find my email? My wallet does not have my email. Yeah. And you know how she found it? From Miss Thing, the pod.
Holy shit.
Listen, thank you for this pod, because that... my name is out there because of this, and then she did some research. I actually don't know how.
Actually, that is a little concerning that she can't reach you.
I don't know how my personal email and Gennifertias, you don't have to look into it.
Yeah,
but
maybe. Actually, you know what? We're gonna bleep this entire
story.
So for the if you've just heard one long bleep for the last 5 minutes,
you're actually trying to help me. If you're inviting us to a party or you found my wallet, you can somehow find my personal email. Yeah. But to Vanessa, you are an investigative journalist who somehow found my wallet. Thank you so much for being so kind and emailing me right away. Yeah. And then you are a doll of the night, because then you were leaving to go to some fabulous party, which I don't know what it was, but it sounded fabulous.
I would have appreciated an invite.
Yes. And she lived in a really nice house in a certain part of the neighborhood. And I was like, who are you? And she is in the industry. So it's Hudgens, obviously. Yeah. And so then she was like, I'm going to this party, but my husband will be at the house or whatever. And so at nighttime, I went to pick up my wallet, saw her gorgeous husband and house. Wow. Thank you so much for that.
And now you're going to single white female her, it seems, because she's kind of like giving icon.
She is a true
and she should
icon.
Come on the podcast.
Well, okay, yes. Greg, what is your DONMOMSOS?
Oh, well, I actually thought we were going to have the same one. My DONMOMSOS this week is Send Help. Particularly Rachel McAdams' tour de force performance in Send Help.
Yeah.
And of course, you and I were scheduled to see Send Help this weekend.
Yes, we were.
And I did say there is a chance I might cancel. And famously, I did cancel.
You de-emphasized that part though so much. And I do want to drag your ass on the pod. So I moved my Saturday plans so that I could do my Sunday plans
I'm so
with
sorry.
you.
Yeah.
At multiple different things, and I was like, oh, this will be fun. And then you early Sunday, canceled. To then, which was fine. I was seeing it with my sister, and it was great. The movie was amazing. Rachel McAdams is great.
Yeah.
When I get out, and then I was also famously, which I didn't tell you, and the Gennifertias will appreciate this. So then I went to Cheesecake Factory afterwards. Famous Greg listened to this story. I don't know which episode, but go into our archives. Greg tells a great Cheesecake Factory story at the bar.
The most incredible, restaurant.
By the way, I'm pretty sure I sat in your exact spot because it was right next to the short table at the bar.
the children's
did
section.
Did I accidentally spill a full glass of water on that little table? And no, girl. Yes, I did. And I'm so sorry. And by girl, I mean a full-fledged adult woman.
No.
She was so nice. And then I asked my sister, like, did I spill that on her? And she was like, you spilled it on her face. I was so mortified. I offered to, like, I was like, I can give you all these napkins, all these things. And she was like, no, I'm fine. Like, fully, like, came out of Niagara Falls.
It is so, the way that section should be condemned.
And she's actually another DONMOMSOS because she handled that so gracefully.
Of course.
Because I think her attitude was kind of like, she knew if you sit at that spot, you're going to get water in your face. Like, you know what you signed up for. It's like you're on the Disney ride and you're like, you know that this ride you're going to get wet. And that's how I describe this podcast.
Yeah, that is the splash zone.
Yeah.
The end of the child section at the end of the bar at the Cheesecake Factory in Glendale is the splash zone.
And if you're listening to our podcast, you love being in the splash zone.
Oh, totally. Because we are spitting.
Yeah, we are.
Liquid
you're sort of
flying.
at the theme park. You are ready to get wet.
So anyway, Send Help.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, and then to close out that, Greg literally, as I'm leaving, is like, not only I told you I was going to Cheesecake Factory, you literally then ended up doing my same exact day 2 hours after me. You're like, you went to the movie as soon as I got out of it, and then you went to Cheesecake Factory as soon as I left. And I was like, why didn't you just come with me to both?
Yeah, me
Answer
single
these
white
questions.
single white femaling you.
Yeah.
Just doing your exact. I'm like, let me see how he does it. And then I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Different, but also the same.
Well, because you didn't see it in 3D and I saw it in 3D. And let me tell you, as someone who famously was not interested in seeing 3D ever, but I saw Avatar in 3D recently, literally like 2 days ago because I'm on top of my shit.
Right.
And it was amazing. And then I was like, oh, I guess I wrote off 3D. It's amazing. And then I saw this movie, which you don't need to see in 3D.
You don't.
Except for it's fun to see Dylan O'Brien's butt in 3D. Sorry to objectify, but I think he would appreciate that.
Right. It really bounces off the screen, I would imagine.
It's just, you're there.
Totally.
You know?
Well, that's the thing. So this movie, it really, it's not my favorite movie I've ever seen, but I do think that, like, I understand why Rachel turns down everything.
Yeah.
And I understand why she chose to do this. I think when they got her, they were like, okay, let's give her absolutely everything to do. In this movie, if anything, it is like a sequence, like a series of different like showcases for Rachel's remarkable range.
Yeah.
She is making you laugh. She's making you, well, probably not cry, but like she's crying.
Yeah.
She's giving you drama. She's giving you comedy. She's giving you horror. She's giving you like
camp. It's so fun and silly, and I think like it's a send up because Sam Raimi is like so horror, but kind of like horror goofy in my opinion.
Yes,
where
it like makes you laugh.
Yes, where it's like the blood is realistic, but it's like too much blood. Like it's a very specific type of horror gore, but it like lighthearted.
But I wouldn't classify this. I didn't know how to classify the movie, and this is not a spoiler. I personally wouldn't classify it as horror. I think there's certainly violent parts, and there's certainly horror elements, but I think for the most part, it's a really like interesting, clever movie about like power dynamics and like in and out of like the workplace and like about merit and it just has a lot of like interesting things to say, and truly I think they are having so much fun with Rachel. She is giving a truly one of her great performances, I think, because she is given so much to do. It's really fun. It's really worth seeing. Maybe see it in 3D. I wouldn't know. I skipped.
It was great. I don't like regret that I saw it in 3D, and I was saying this to you.
Cool,
there are certain moments
sequences
where it's like it's fun to see it in 3D. And also I was very I've never really Dylan O'Brien has kind of gone not on my radar.
I would agree,
and I was like pleasantly surprised at how well he held his own against one of our acting greats. And in a way that I was like, especially some of those moments, like when he's crying and he's doing things, I was like, you are really going toe to toe with the Rachel McAdams. And I was like, this is so good. Like your career is going to shoot off now because people are seeing you, in my opinion, I am, in a different light in many ways. I
think so too. I think this movie's going to be a hit. I think it's going to have legs just because I think it's going to be highly recommended. It's getting good reviews, but I think like you could tell the audience was really enjoying it. I was really impressed.
I thought it was a perfect casting all around.
It's an easy, fun movie too. It's less than 2 hours. Everything is like 3 hours long anymore. Like it's just a really fun afternoon.
And then if you can follow it up with some key lime cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory, it's a perfect Sunday night.
I think it's time for a break.
Yes.
We're back, and it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
This woman is having a moment. She's always been the moment.
She always has been the moment.
But right now, she's really popping off because she is back with a vengeance and touring. And unfortunately, we were wrong to not get tickets to this, but...
And then, her recent show at the Wiltern, it seemed everyone went to. It was on the same night as our Grammy party, so we would have had to sell them for... thousands of dollars, which is what they were going for, but that just means that the demand has never gone away for her, and people have been just awaiting her return so bad. It is a Duff-assance. I think we are in the midst, and let's just get right into it. Our Miss Thing this week is
Hilary Duff with one L.
Started it all. And by that, I mean the veneers trend in Hollywood.
There are so many things to talk about with this. She has defined, I'll just say, at least my childhood. I was always, as much as I love Lindsay, I was always a Hilary girl. Unfortunately, they always taught us to pit women against each other, which we don't do here, but I fell for it at a young age, and I was Team Hilary.
Well, she's from the time when it was socially encouraged to pit women against each other.
And that's actually this thing that I wanted to bring up that I was teasing at the beginning, which is Hilary is like America's sweetheart, so... feels like girl next door. You can't help but like her. You just want to be friends with her. She's so watchable, and that's kind of what you feel when you see her. But low key, what I was thinking about is she's kind of like our generation's feud queen, and I love it. The amount of feuds that she has, obviously her and Lindsay. Then
I don't know too much about were they feuding?
You don't know the famous thing where they were fighting over Aaron Carter, and then Hilary famously showed up to. He's not alive anymore. R.I.P. I know. But they would fight over Aaron Carter. Obviously, it shows how old they were at the time.
Right.
And then literally Hilary, I don't remember which red carpet premiere, Gennifertias, you can let us know. It's it's not Mean Girls, but it's a big, maybe it's even Freaky Friday. Hilary shows up to Lindsay's premiere as a taunting of I'm going to show up to your premiere. We're fighting. On top of that, we have the most famous feud, her and Faye Dunaway, during when she did a reboot of Bonnie and Clyde. If anyone hasn't seen this interview, watch her on Entertainment Weekly or Extra or something where she's talking about, because famously Faye Dunaway said she definitely not the person to be doing that.
And with love, just do it with love.
What a great song of hers,
of course, and famous dance.
And then Hillary goes, well, I can't remember the last time she was like relevant or something. Some version of that.
She can really read a bitch down.
Your dear sister of the pod brought up to one of Greg's best friends, Matt. We saw him yesterday, and he said I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up, and I have to, which is her best feud is with
Hillary and the neighbor.
The neighbor, exactly. The New York neighbor, yes.
For smoking and for being like loud. And
she's putting him on blast on social media.
Fully naming him.
Yeah.
And saying like shaming him. Yeah. Naming and shaming, which I think we can bring back in certain instances. Yeah. And saying that he doesn't work. He has some of us have to work. Yeah. Like his family gave him all this. Yeah. And, oh my God, she was
the most recent feud, her versus Ashley Tisdale.
It's right, mom drama.
Sorry, I'm going off on all these tangents, but her and then I don't know if we've talked about this. I'm sure you've seen it, but did you see? And supposedly, which is really sad, makes me sad. Apparently, she's no longer speaking with her sister Haley. We don't know. They've never addressed it, but the last time they were seen in public was in 2019. And now, as of last week or this week, Haley was seen photographed with Ashley Tisdale.
Oh, and I was wondering. Well, I was wondering if Haley was going to be seen backstage doing the vocals, which is sort of the famous thing, where she apparently
was Isabella.
Ashanti style sings.
Well, she was in the Hilary Duff movie or the Lizzie McGuire movie. She was Isabella. Hillary was "This is what dreams are made of," and then her alter ego was sung by Haley.
That makes so much sense, and we will get into that.
But incredible just movie. The fact that they so many all of these feuds. So what I like about her, she's like a little minx. She really is fiery. I would love to know her sign.
I would love to know her sign. Yeah. Should we look
Scorpio.
It up?
Yeah, we should.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look. I'm gonna guess Scorpio because there feels like some sort of I don't know, presents as very affable and likable, and then
I'm gonna guess Scorpio. Before I look it up, I'm gonna guess. I like Scorpio. Yeah. I also what's another one that
I don't know.
Not Gemini. Yeah. She might be.
I can see Gemini. I feel like that's
she
honestly
might be
one of her album titles.
Aquarius, kind of, or Capricorn. Yeah. But I think because she's so.
Yeah.
She's not a Taurus.
You look it up.
Oh, she could be Aries.
I'll give. How dare you?
I've said literally how.
You did. But okay, while Greg's looking it up, I'm just gonna go. So her filmography. Obviously, she is the most famous person to ever have a cartoon on her shoulder. The Lizzie McGuire movie, the Lizzie McGuire show, movies. We've got Cheaper by the Dozen. We have literally one of Jennifer Coolidge's best performances, but also hers, A Cinderella Story.
Libra. I almost said it.
Wow. I don't know what that means. What month is that?
It's October-y.
I don't see that because Libras are more neutral, in my opinion.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways, also when you were talking about credits and I was looking up what her sign was, I was thinking about her most famous role and feud, in my opinion, which is when she was recording the interstitials for the Disney Channel, and she was getting really frustrated that they were making her do it again and again and again, and she was drawing the imaginary animated heart or whatever.
I think it was the Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh, yeah. No, she was not happy.
But I will say this. As much as the feuds that we're talking about, I do feel like she ends up on the right side of history a lot. I think she sticks up for herself.
Totally.
She is not a wallflower. She might... I relate to this in the sense as someone who sometimes you can come across as oh, I'm nice and sweet, whatever, but it's I'm not a pushover, Right. And so I love that she sticks up for herself. I think that there is a reason why she's still around and a lot of other Disney stars are not.
Yeah.
Because she is talented. Also she is a part of such iconic films. I would be remiss. I know with 100% certainty you haven't seen this movie, but Cadet Kelly on the Disney Channel, what a great movie. What a great movie. What I imagine for lesbians, because it is such a, kind of like pro-army movie, I think, if I remember as a kid, which is an interesting movie for the Disney Channel.
Yeah,
and then we have to get into the music.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah.
Really one of the great pop
dancers.
Stars. One of the great dancers and one of the great all-time great performances with Love.
Yeah.
And there's two Good Morning America performances that come to mind. Actually, three.
Good Morning.
Not hers. I mean, it's just top three. I would say Fergie, of course, doing the one-armed cartwheels.
Yeah.
Singing Barracuda from the Shrek 3 movie. And of course, there is Whitney Houston singing $1 Million Bill a week prior to her album coming out and telling the audience to sing it with her. No one having heard it before. And then, of course, there is Just Do It Love, which now Hillary has embraced, a la Demi embracing Poot. And, the choreography has lived on. The internet has taken it under its wing.
And for the Gennifertias who don't know, so famously she was on Good Morning America, and she did this...
Or the Today Show.
A morning show where she does some choreography that... How would you describe this choreography?
Nap chic.
Yeah. Famously, for a more recent reference, there was, 5-6 years ago, there was the famous Go Girl Give Us Nothing for when Dua Lipa did her sort of dance on another talk show.
I would say there's less movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so it's like that, where it was a famous thing that Dua Lipa got dragged online for not really doing the choreography. And I would say this is the original Go Girl Give Us Nothing.
Absolutely.
The reason, there's just so many moments. We can't even get into.
Oh my God.
She has just been a pop culture icon for over 20 plus years. Okay, but it's enough about Hillary. It's enough. It's about time that we make it about ourselves.
Totally. And I actually want to go first.
Please.
So the other night, I was at a birthday party event.
Thank you for the invite.
Of course. You're so welcome. Your roommate was there. Actually.
I know. You guys sent me a photo.
But my husband Matt and I were there, and there was coincidentally, there was an all Asian group of drag performers called Cross-Eye.
Okay.
They were excellent. They were
Which
really
is probably
funny.
A reference to Cat's Eye.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were great. They were really fun, and they were sort of entertaining throughout the evening. And it was a birthday party for two people, and so they did their final song. And just take a wild guess what you think the final song was.
With Love.
No. I mean, that would have been amazing, but it was the famous anthem that everyone knows. This is what dreams are made of.
Of course.
It tore down the house.
Yeah.
Everyone, everyone got on the dance floor.
Hey now.
Having the time of their lives, because that song just always brings the crowd.
Yeah.
So we were on our way out, and my husband turns to me, he goes, "They were so great. The drag queens were so great. I loved that last song they did." So what you mean? What dreams are made of?
Yeah.
He was like, I guess I've never heard it before.
That is so that.
I said, that's Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, great. So he did not know. He goes, I've never really heard anything she sang before. So then we go to bed, the night's over. We wake up the next day. He starts playing the song. He goes, what's that song called from last night? I love that song. He starts playing What Dreams Are Made Of. So turns out over the weekend, my husband became obsessed with Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
He's getting more into it. I'm explaining, Hilary Duff, she also has Come Clean.
Yeah.
She has With Love.
Yesterday, yeah.
I am fully introducing him at this point to Hilary Duff, who has been a complete blind spot for him.
Yeah.
And he's learning. He's learning slowly.
Yeah.
Last night he did say to me, after an entire weekend of listening to that song, he goes, wait, so is Hilary Duff Lizzie McGuire? So he's learning slowly but surely.
It's sort of like, is Clark Kent Superman, and you can't put it together.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm trying to explain. It's like she was Hannah Montana, kind of like before Hannah Montana.
The original.
Yeah, exactly.
In a way, I am so jealous. Because it's like to be this age, and then it's like when an amazing show comes along and someone hasn't watched it, and you're like, "Oh, I'm so jealous you haven't gone on this journey yet." And the idea of that, discovering Hillary late in life and going on that journey,
well,
I
not
wish
that late in life.
Well, I mean,
later
we all
than
did it
everyone else. Like
in
when
the
we
sense
learned
that
it
we
in our
did it as
teens.
preteens.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying I'm so jealous that it's like I would love the joy of becoming a Duff-head again.
I know,
you know,
exactly. So next up, we're gonna watch the Lizzie McGuire movie. I've got my work cut out for me, but like that's why. Just so Gennifertias, if I go radio silent for the next few weeks, like this is the call that I've had to answer my entire life. Like this is when I really need to like lock it down, dial it in.
This is what you were. This is what you
was born to do.
Born to do. Yeah,
I was born this way.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah. So
this is what dreams are made of. I didn't realize until I was thinking about this episode. Eventually, at one point, I found myself in Rome with a boyfriend of mine on a moped.
Yeah,
and I was like, I didn't even realize until afterwards that I was like, my dreams are coming true. This is what dreams are made of. Because when I was a preteen, that's all I wanted. And now here I am in Rome with my boyfriend on a moped at Trevi Fountain. Crazy. And that, I think,
you've got somewhere you belong.
Everyone, that was their dream. Exactly. We all.
You've got somebody to love.
Exactly.
This is what dreams are made of.
But that's.
He goes, these are good lyrics.
They're amazing.
It's like
poetry.
It's a perfect pop song.
And literally, I'm not going to tell that story. What we haven't actually talked about this song, and this is one of my favorites. Wake Up. Wake Up.
Yeah.
On a Saturday night.
One time you did sort of sing that to me on the podcast, and I was a little thrown.
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought it was
that is actually one of my favorite Well, I was going to say Lizzie. Sorry, Hillary.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, she contains multitudes.
Exactly. Well, I love that song. You know, wake up in New York, Paris, maybe Tokyo. You could wake up wherever on a Saturday night. And she taught me that.
You could. I mean, under what circumstances, who knows? But you can wake up anywhere on a Saturday night.
Famously, one time I woke up in New York. And I'm going to backtrack to how that happened.
Oh, sure. Memento style.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why it was DONMOMSOS this week.
Yeah. I years and years ago, different boyfriend. It was Christmas. I was in Chicago.
Okay, stop bragging.
Yeah. And I was supposed to go meet my boyfriend's family in New York.
Yeah.
From Chicago. We also famously, I think 2 weeks ago, talked about air flights. Air flights.
Well, that's a one way to describe it. It's not a normal way to describe it.
You could take flights not in the air.
Don't
think about it.
Can you pay my automobiles? That's also a thing.
Bills.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to be taking a flight from Chicago to New York, and as we were talking about recently, it is treacherous in the winter taking flights out of Chicago.
You are you are dealing with the worst of the worst in the skies.
Yes. And I went to the airport O'Hare ready to just get on a flight. It was literally December 26th. I ended up waiting at that airport for over 12 hours. All of my flights got canceled. I then was like, oh no. At that time too, I was I was an Uber driver, like we've said many times, improviser, did not have money. So then I was like, looked at the flights for the next couple of days. I was supposed to be there for a week, and for those like next 6 days, all of the flights were either sold out or like $3,000, money I did not have.
$10 million.
And so I had to call my boyfriend, and I was like, oh no, like I guess I'm not going to be able to like spend the holidays with your family.
Right.
And I was very, especially at that time, very like proud and not like, I'm not taking money from anyone. I don't want to be like, he was like, his family had a lot of money. He had a lot of money, and he was like, I can just pay for the ticket. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm not going to do it. Like, that is very nice of your family, but it's like a $3,000 ticket.
It sounds like me inviting you to a party that you've been invited to.
Exactly. And
go alone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing it.
But I was just like, I've never met your family, and the idea of your family that I've never met paying $3,000 $5.
Yeah.
It's like, doesn't feel like it's a good look. Like,
Sure.
And I was just like, the Midwesterner in me was like, that's way too nice of an offer. I will never be able to pay that back for the next 45 years because I'm an Uber driver.
Right.
And so I was just like, I kept saying no. And then he was like, no, but I it's a gift for me. And I was still just like, I know, but I just feel really uncomfortable. So like hung up the phone and we left it as like, I'm not coming. And we were both really sad. Then he was a triplet. One of the triplets called me.
Oddly enough,
Yeah.
he is not the only triplet I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That was the only triplet. Wait, who?
I know another, you wouldn't know her, but I know another triplet who was born and raised in San Francisco. Family also had a lot of money. Is that a triplet thing?
Maybe triplets have a lot of money.
Yeah. If you're a triplet, let us know.
Yeah. And triplets, you have to have a lot of money to be able to provide for three people.
I mean, three babies at once.
I know.
My God, the child care, the mouths to feed.
Anyways, his sister calls and it's like,
my worst nightmare, by the way.
Yeah, name of my memoir.
Yeah,
and is like, hey, my brother, your boyfriend, is not in the room right now. But like their birthday was very soon after Christmas, and was like, I haven't gotten a gift, and I know, and was like, can I please, I know that it's like, I know that this, but like that you won't be able to pay it back and that you feel uncomfortable, but it's actually like, I have been a bad sister for the past couple of years. I have not gotten it. And like, this is just like a gift of like, finally, I know a good gift that he'll actually enjoy. Right. I'll be like the best sister in the world. Aww. So it's actually for me, like don't think of it as like a favor. It's genuinely like for once I can actually be like a good sister, get a gift. And so it's like, don't think of it as you have to pay us back. It's actually like you're letting me give it an amazing gift. And so I was like,
the hive mind, the triplets, their heads are like all exactly. Together, you know, like the brain just absorbing.
And I'm hook, line, and sinker bought it. I was like, and so
God,
I was just like, okay. But also I secretly wanted to, and so it's like, okay, you gave me a reason to rationalize this.
It's like, why do you sound like him? It must be the triplet.
Yeah, exactly. So then I accept it.
Yeah, and from the one you know less, the one that you've never met. Yeah, okay.
And then but at the same time, the other thing that I had thought about, the reason why it was so expensive, because the only flight that was available was first class. And again, which is why I was saying no, because I was like, that's so, like, it's just a lot.
Right. And, so and you're not me, like, getting upgraded at the airport.
Exactly. Yeah, so I've never, so then, cut to the next day, I'm doing it. It's my first, and to this day, only first class flight I've ever taken.
Wow.
And when I tell you, I get into first class. I am living my best life. I can immediately switch into the worst person you've ever met. I was like, this is, wow. I didn't realize you could, lay completely horizontal.
Flat. Yeah.
You get so many drinks.
Yeah. Before you even take off.
Treats before you,
Yeah. And towels, warm towels. You are just tripping people as they pass.
I feel better than everyone.
Of course.
And then we're in the air. I'm still reaping the benefits of the alcoholic drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, the towels, the little snacks that are better than the snacks back in gross coach. Living my best life. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to tuck in now. Finally, what I've always dreamed of. These are what dreams are made of. I am going to fall asleep completely horizontal on this plane. Wake up in New York. So then I go down, tuck in, look to then find that I did not realize this, and I don't know how time works in first class. But apparently, from Chicago to New York is only 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a really short flight.
I was convinced it was at least 4.
No.
And by the time I had finished my drink, had been sort of cutesy, like joking back and forth with banter with the nice stewardess.
Yeah.
I went to sleep, and then of course the person goes over the speaker and is like, "We're actually landing 30 minutes early," so it was actually like a 90-minute flight because we got some sort of wind.
East. Yeah.
So then I was like, "This
shorter."
So then then they start making you like sit up 30 minutes before.
Oh God, your tray table's up, seat back's up.
So I only got to lay down for 20 minutes.
I thought you were going to say 20 seconds.
No, I was
You can barely watch an episode of Friends with how short that flight is.
I was literally like, I was such a, truly, I was like, pretending like I couldn't be woken up. Like they had to keep nudging me. Because I was like, no, I need more time. I need more time.
Of course.
So I'm still waiting for the day that I can have longer than a 20-minute nap in first class.
Yeah.
I will say this loud and proud to any future person that I meet, which is these days, if you want to pay for a first class flight of mine, I won't put up a fight. I will just happily accept it.
Have at it.
Yeah.
Do your darndest. I'd love to see you try.
All right. With that. Time for a break.
Totally.
Yeah.
Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down.
Yes.
Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that could use a little bit of our unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
And this week is a more serious one than normal.
Yeah.
Our Diva Down, of course, is Catherine O'Hara.
Devastating.
Just a really hard loss.
I mean, she was just tearing up the screen on the studio, getting nominated, seems so, from the outside, like young and healthy and vibrant. And so this is just like that much more shocking to lose her so young and so soon.
She was having this beautiful thing where I feel like it happens in certain actors' careers, especially comedic actors, when they've had they've just done it for so long, and all of a sudden everyone is like, not only are you funny, but you're an amazing actor.
She was so good in The Last of Us.
Oh, so good in The Last of Us, and so good in the studio.
Yeah.
It's just, that one was a really shocking loss.
It's also just the great thing at the very least is that she did get her flowers while she was still here, as far as like winning the Emmy.
Yeah.
Getting taken. I think people just like, you know, it's similar to Hillary, where it's like I think there are certain people that like shoot out the gate and they just get so much like love and attention and awards, and then there's the other people who just like are just consistently there doing the work, and then eventually like people start to see like, wow, they're just always good.
My advice, not to just like jump right in, but I mean, we all know her from like Home Alone. She's America's mom. But I really recommend, if you have not watched them and maybe you've seen one or two, go back and watch the Christopher Guest movies and watch this artist at work.
What I always loved about her is she feels like a lot of people who are in comedy take it so seriously, and they can kind of take the fun out of it, and they think that in order for it to be comedic, there needs to be some drama involved. And she, to me, seemed like she had the right attitude about life, and that she was just like, comedy is supposed to be fun. Acting is something that she does because she loves it and is a place of joy.
Right.
And I feel like that just like kind of leapt off the screen, where it's like she just always wanted to have like a good time or like do the job. Like I saw this thing that resurfaced after her death about someone asking her like at the airport, like, you know, basically saying like, you're having this renaissance, like what, as people are discovering your oeuvre of work, what would you want them to like look back on and or like have you be known for the most? And her answer, she was kind of like giggling and joking around, and she's like, well, as a mother, that's what I would want to be known for the most, is like that I was a good mom. And I think like that just also shows that she's not this like crazy actress, which is like Home Alone, but actually like, well, I think the thing I care most about is that like I'm a good mom. And just like that and I think that's why we loved her. Very similar to Hilary Duff, which is just like, she is a very like, seems like genuinely a good person to be around, like feels like joy emanates from the work and from her, even when she's doing serious stuff. My advice is similar to you. It's like, go back and look at the hidden gems. I would be remiss. I know, especially my sister, it was like her favorite movie, and it's slept on a lot, Orange County. And the movie, when I was in Africa, I don't know why, but I randomly decided to watch on the plane Heartburn.
Oh, never seen it.
She is like kind of like the busybody in that movie in the 80s. Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, Nora Ephron, great credits. And she is so like, obviously this is back in the 80s, so decades ago. And it was just like, I was literally gasped with delight. Which is always how I feel when I see Catherine O'Hara on my screen.
Always.
When I saw that she was the busybody, and I didn't realize like how big of a part she had in it. Plus I had also read that book recently too. So I was like, oh my God, she's playing that part. So I, go watch Heartburn. She's literally one of the best parts about that movie.
Of course. And of course, Lydia Dietz and Beetlejuice.
Oh, I know.
Is it Lydia?
I thought that was Winona's
That might be
character.
Winona.
Yeah.
The mother.
The mother, yeah.
The incredible, I always talk about the Beetlejuice couple whenever we have friends in Alabama who like moved down from New York and like got a mid-century modern house and like redid it. And they live in Mobile, Alabama. They're so the Beetlejuice couple that came in and like made their house cool in the neighborhood. Just amazing. Like really, really one of the greats. She's been a Miss Thing before. She might be again. Who knows? And with that,
we love you, Gennifertias.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we're on Cameo now if you want Cameo vids.
Yeah.
Please subscribe on YouTube. Like and comment 5 stars and above.
Cynthia, we'll see you on the West End. Hope rehearsals are going swimmingly. We love you.
Bye.
Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media. BONK!